The Sweet Deception at 67. Dorothy Williams had seen enough of life's twists to recognize manipulation from afar. But when it came, wrapped in the innocent pleas of her 16-year-old granddaughter Emma, even a tough old bird like her could feel her resolve cracking. It started 6 months before the would-be sweet 16, on a lazy afternoon curled up on Dorothy's living room couch. Grammy Emma had said, batting her Williams family blue eyes, braces glinting under the light. All my friends are having these amazing parties. Madison's parents rented out the entire country club. Sophia's got a winter wonderland with real snow machines. Dorothy should have seen the trap closing. But after losing her husband Robert 2 years prior, these moments with Emma had become her lifeline. Her son Michael was buried in his engineering job, working 60-hour weeks, and her daughter-in-law, Emily, tolerated her at best like a polite but unwelcome house guest. Emily from old Chicago, money with trust funds and summer homes, had always eyed Dorothy with faint disdain, as if evaluating whether the single mom turned nurse measured up under I just want something special. Emma pressed her voice, dripping with that teenage mix of vulnerability and calculation. Something that shows how much our family means to each other. The word family hit Dorothy like a warm embrace. Tightening her chest, "What did you have in mind, sweetheart?" she asked, already slipping from observer to eager participant. Emma's eyes lit up. Riverside Gardens. They do incredible themed parties. Space rentals 8,000. But imagine dancing under fairy lights by the river. Emily materialized from the kitchen, then carrying tea she'd never bothered to brew before. Her movements precise as a chess master. "Emma, don't bother your grandmother," she said sweetly, but her gaze lingered on Dorothy, waiting undeterred. Emma rattled off more. "Jeff is his Italian catering. A celebrity DJ, a high-end photographer. Maybe $20,000 total," she admitted, biting her lip. Dorothy's social security and Robert's pension were comfortable, but $20,000 was a chunk serious money for a woman living alone. Still, Emma's hopeful face wavered her. "Let me think about it." That's when Emily struck Dorothy. "That's so generous of you to even consider." The flattery was thick but laced with an edge, like a script rehearsed in secret. 3 days later, Emma called in tears. Madison's mom had mocked a backyard barbecue. Humiliation loomed that night. Dorothy wrote the first check. What followed was a cascade. Designer decorations from Lincoln Park boutiques. A DJ who'd spun for stars. A photographer, charging more per hour than Dorothy's old nursing shifts. Each hesitation met Emily's timely nudge. "You know how teenage girls are. Image is everything." Emma's requests came armed with price quotes researched to perfection. "These pictures will be forever," Emma cooed during a shopping trip, showing glossy photos from Madison's premiere like bash. "When I'm old like you, I'll show them to my grandkids." The "old like you" stung, but Dorothy swallowed it. By month 3, checks totaled $15,000. By 5, $19,000. The unease grew. Emily's gleaming eyes at the checkbook. The lack of questions about affordability. But they were family. Families supported each other. The final push: a $2,500 gown from a downtown boutique. "It's the centerpiece," Emily insisted. "Excessive." Dorothy murmured. Emma's wounded tone sealed it. "This is my special day." Another check that morning. After staring at her depleted balance, Dorothy wondered when she'd lost control and why. She felt like a stranger in her own bloodline. Michael, her only child, raised through double shifts after his father left at 12, had married Emily 7 years back. Dorothy had scraped for his college. Beamed at his success. Emma was her dream granddaughter. The one she'd taught to bake. Dragged to museums, or so she'd thought. Now unease festered into something sharper. But the party loomed in love. She told herself bent but didn't break. The bitter unraveling the text arrived Tuesday morning. Mid-coffee as Dorothy reviewed final details. $19,500 invested, venue catering. DJ, photographer. Florist, all set for Saturday's extravaganza. Emily's message. Hi Dorothy. Emma's realized she wants her party more of a young person's event. Doesn't want older family members there. Might make friends uncomfortable. Hope you understand. Family will celebrate separately with you another time. Dorothy read it twice. Disbelief turning to ice. Older family members like she was some dusty relic. Unfit for the princess's court. She'd bankrolled. Fury rose. Hot and righteous, she called Michael immediately. Mom, what's up? His voice was distracted, emails no doubt pinging. Michael. Emily uninvited me to Emma's party. Silence then. What do you mean? She read the text verbatim. Another pause. I'm sure it's a misunderstanding and I've paid nearly $20,000 for it. His tone sharpened. $20,000, Mom. I had no idea, Emily said. You wanted to contribute like a side dish at a potluck. Handle this with your wife. He promised to talk it out. But Dorothy knew better. Cruelty like that wasn't accidental. It was premeditated that afternoon. Armed with widow's steel from years surviving loss and labor, she made calls. Riverside Gardens. Cancellation policy, full payment due this close. Jeppy's catering, ingredients purchased. Staff assigned, DJ. Photographer, florist. Same script, shock. Then reluctant acceptance of penalties. By 5 p.m. she grasped the cost of reversal. But also her power at 67. She'd learned the priciest path was often the truest. Emma called that evening, voice faint, bride Grammy. Excited for Saturday? Are you excited for me to see it? Your mother thinks not, falter. It's just friends and family. Parties are lame. Who paid for this lame free event? Silence. You did. But you wanted to do something special. I wanted to celebrate with you. Difference. The pause stretched. If I hadn't paid. Would you want me there? Emma's small voice. That's not fair. Wednesday. Michael arrived unannounced, sheepish. Emma's in a phase. Appearances. Dorothy laid it bare. $19,537 total. Your wife orchestrated it. Understanding dawned. He wasn't blind. Just avoidant. She did. Didn't she? He paced. Old teenage chick. Demands for her to attend. To forgive. What would it take? Dorothy's terms. Emma's genuine call. Emily's accountability. Michael's vow against future games. He left promising fixes. Thursday. Silence. Friday. Emma's group text. Bubbly as ever, can't wait. Erasing the rift with emojis. Dorothy's reply, have a wonderful time. Emily's private ping, thanks for understanding. We'll send pictures. Pictures of the party she funded but couldn't join. Michael's noon call, let it slide. Teenagers and 38-year-old wives. No apology from Emma, no ownership from Emily. She's making it a bigger deal. At 3 p.m. Friday, decision crystallized. Calls flew, cancel everything. Vendors balk tomorrow. But Dorothy was iron, penalties paid. Remove it all by 5. Emma's dream dissolved. 7:30 p.m. Michael's calls began. 53. By midnight she answered once. Business decisions on services I funded. Emma's devastated, friends expecting. You taught her I'm embarrassing. I'm agreeing. His plea cracked childlike pleas. Emily grabbed the phone. Arctic. You're hurting an innocent child. This child hurt her grandmother comfortably. Accusations flew. Offered help. No force. Dorothy struck you. Manipulated from the start. Silence. Confess tomorrow. Emma learns consequences. You learn respect. Hung up. Phone off. Saturday dawn. Gray doorbell. Emma in pajamas, eyes swollen. Grammy, please. Friends expecting pang hit. But resolve held. Why acceptable to take from someone you'd uninvite? Crumple, mom. Said inside over juice. We hurt feelings. Sorry deeper. You saw me as an ATM. Emma flushed. When's the last time you called just to talk? Asked about me post grandpa. Awareness bloomed. Doorbell again. Emily storming in. Where is she manipulating us? Laughter escaped. Dorothy cornered. Emily's lies unraveled. Planned exclusion, planned embarrassments. Emma turned. You convinced me she'd feel out of place. Horror dawned. We took advantage. Emily grabbed Emma. Home now. No gauntlet or what. Cancel my party. Irony bit Emily whirled. Vindictive old woman. Emma upstairs. Album in hand. Photos of Dorothy present. Emily absent. Grammys. In my moments you're there. But not. Emily crumbled. I am so sorry. Emma wept to Dorothy for everything. I want to be better. Heart broke open. But the unraveling was just beginning. /P echoes of accountability. 3 weeks post-cancellation. Dorothy sat in lawyer Marcus's office. 77 now in spirit if not years. Reviewing papers etched with finality. Certain Dorothy no talk with Michael. First a debacle's wake had birthed. Emily's siege guilt barrages traumatized Emma. Then threats veiled as concern. Your decisions erratic. Michael should manage finances. Culmination. Emily's bank call. Probing accounts as family persistent. Entitled. That's when I called you, Dorothy said. Showing venomous texts. Isolation narratives. Competency jabs. Marcus whistled, setting you as unstable. Michael peacemaker. Eternal enabled by inaction. Trust gets all house investments. Robert's insurance. Emma's education fund. Emily proof. Michael inherits modestly. Conditional on respect. Failed charity. Test of blood. House to trust tomorrow. Accounts restructured Monday. Emily's access severed. Furious she'll be exactly herself unmasked. Emma though blooming daily calls. Not asks but shares. School woes. Debate tryouts. Robert tales. Consequences catalyze. Marcus noted. Dorothy smiled. She needed to see them. That night Emma rang, changing will. Mom screaming financial manipulation. What? Thank you. She's scared. Can't control you. 6 months on. Emma graduated valedictorian. Front row. Dorothy wept. Proud as Emma spoke. Courage, integrity. Loving accountability post-ceremony. Hub Grammy about the party. I was furious, then realized you loved enough to teach via anger. Tears anew. Real love shapes, not spoils. Can't mistreat family expecting tolerance. Hard one. Mom needed it too. Reception hummed. Michael chatted. Parents beaming. Emily hovered distant. Polite frost since trust's blade exposed her disinterest. Beyond dollars. No more scraps. Truth freed. Regretted. Emma asked. Necessary evil. Regret. No more your mother's chasm. But not my stand. Dad says. You've changed. Stronger myself. You never tolerate disrespect. Dorothy urged, not friends. Lovers kin. Love demands no why. The will protects Grandpa's legacy for valuers thereof. Dad chooses us or her fierce embrace. Proud of you, peace settled. Years first unshadowed. Emma launched to college scholarship. Untouchable fund, Michael weekly coffees, mending mutual. Emily civil void, Dorothy liberated. $19,500 lost, bought clarity worth beyond utility obligations. Cage shattered, refusing enabling. Even family's worst proved love's sharpest edge. Sometimes cancel the party, save the soul.